Welcome to Global Watch. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. Across the churning Detroit River, where the water's restless energy mirrors the tension of the times, a new chapter in North American history is being written. Here, a new giant rises, the Gordie Howe International Bridge. Stretching across the border, it's more than just a feat of engineering. It's a bold vision for the future, connecting two nations at a time when their relationship is being tested. Its soaring towers and intricate cables are more than steel and concrete. They're a $6.4 billion symbol of Canadian resolve and ingenuity, built during a period of economic conflict and uncertainty. As of November 3, 2025, this bridge finds itself at the epicenter of a trade war, standing as a bold Canadian answer to new tariffs and shifting policies from the White House. Originally built to ease the relentless pressure on the aging Ambassador Bridge, the Gordie Howe now stands as a defiant landmark, a symbol of hope and determination amid political turmoil and uncertainty. The urgency to finish is real. The auto sector, once seamlessly integrated across Ontario and Michigan, now faces unprecedented threats. Tariffs have idled plants, risked thousands of jobs, and cast a shadow over communities that once thrived on cross-border cooperation. Fully funded by Canada, the bridge is more than infrastructure. It's a bet that partnership and shared prosperity will ultimately outlast the politics of the moment. What began as a solution to a logistical bottleneck has become a powerful political statement, a testament to the enduring importance of cross-border trade and cooperation. As the September 2025 opening nears, the world's eyes are fixed on this crossing, wondering if it will become a bridge to renewed partnership or a monument to deepening division. The stakes are high, livelihoods hang in the balance, and the outcome remains uncertain for families and businesses on both sides of the river. Yet the Gordie Howe Bridge stands ready, a testament to resilience, hope, and the enduring spirit of two nations determined to weather troubled times together. To grasp the bridge's significance, you need to understand the US-Canada relationship, built on the world's longest undefended border and billions in daily trade. The Detroit-Windsor corridor, dominated for decades by the aging Ambassador Bridge, is the busiest commercial crossing in North America. The auto industry depends on this link, with parts crossing the border multiple times before assembly. Canada led the push for a new public bridge to reduce vulnerability and ensure security. The Gordie Howe Bridge was envisioned as a modern gateway, securing trade for the next century. It embodied the spirit of the Canada-US-Mexico Agreement, a future-focused investment in shared prosperity. But as the bridge nears completion, it finds itself at the heart of a bitter trade dispute. On January 20, 2025, President Trump reignited his America First agenda, marking the start of a new era in North American relations. The world watched as the White House signaled a dramatic shift in trade policy, one that would ripple across borders and industries. In a bold move, the administration slapped a sweeping 25% tariff on Canadian imports, sending shockwaves through the economic partnership that had flourished for decades. The announcement stunned both nations, instantly disrupting the carefully balanced trade ecosystem and leaving businesses scrambling to adapt. Tensions escalated further when Ontario's energy surcharge provoked threats of even higher tariffs on steel and aluminum, deepening the rift between the two countries. Despite a brief pause for negotiations, the US pressed ahead, imposing a 25% tariff on Canadian steel and aluminum, hitting core industries on both sides of the border. The situation escalated as a 10% tariff was slapped on all Canadian goods, broadening the impact to nearly every sector of trade. Canada retaliated swiftly, targeting US vehicle imports with its own 25% tariff, sending a clear message that it would not back down. The result was a full-scale trade war, with supply chains weaponized and businesses caught in the crossfire, facing mounting costs and uncertainty about the future. Decades of open trade built on trust and cooperation were suddenly choked by new taxes and a climate of unpredictability. The auto sector, once a seamless engine of growth, now faces chaos, production delays, and fear for the future of thousands of workers. The chess match of tariffs has turned the border into an economic battlefield, with each side maneuvering for advantage, but risking mutual harm. The integrated supply chains that took decades to build, connecting factories and communities, are now at risk of unraveling. Workers and industries on both sides brace for impact, uncertain of what the next move in this high-stakes rivalry will bring. The Detroit-Windsor corridor is now ground zero for the trade war's fallout. The auto industry, once seamless, is sputtering under the weight of tariffs. S&P Global Mobility warns the supply chain can't absorb a 25% tariff. Profit margins vanish overnight. Stellantis idled its Windsor plant, triggering ripple effects across the region. Tariffs threaten not just corporations, but everyday people. Cross-border trips have plummeted, hurting retailers and the bridge's revenue projections. The just-in-time manufacturing model is under threat, as delays and costs force companies to rethink supply chains. The risk: a painful decoupling of US and Canadian auto sectors, destroying hard-won efficiencies. The corridor faces more than disruption. It faces a fundamental challenge to its economic model. The Gordie Howe Bridge's future depends on restoring the flow of trade. The stakes for both nations have never been higher. Despite the trade war, construction on the Gordie Howe Bridge pushes forward. By November 2025, the bridge is over 90% complete, its deck now joined across the river, a striking image of unity in divided times. Delays and cost overruns, 10 months and $700 million over budget, are blamed on supply chain issues and complexity. Yet, the most vulnerable phase is past. Most steel was installed before tariffs hit. The bridge, fully funded by Canada, is insulated from US political battles. The plan recouped costs through tolls, betting that trade will rebound. The September 2025 opening is set to be a moment of both practical and symbolic importance. The bridge stands as a survivor, ready for whatever comes next. The trade war's impact goes far beyond autos and bridges. Ontario and Toronto have banned US construction firms from public projects, locking Americans out of billions in contracts. Canada's construction sector is booming. Toronto's crane count is up 20%, while US cities see a 19% decline. Tariffs are raising costs for American consumers, from cars to homes. Economist Shushan Danagulian warns, these costs hit families hardest, forcing them to delay purchases and cut spending. The political fallout is real. Trust between the two countries is eroding, and Canada is seeking new partners. The trade war questions the reliability of the US as an ally and threatens the foundation of North American cooperation. The long-term damage to this alliance may outlast the economic pain. The bridge's story is now about more than steel. It's about the future of a partnership. Strip away the politics, and the question is simple. Who pays in a trade war? The answer: domestic consumers. Economist Shushan Danagulian explains, tariffs are a tax, and that tax is paid by American families, not foreign producers. When tariffs raise the price of cars and homes, families have less to spend elsewhere, slowing the economy. Small businesses suffer, jobs are lost, and the pain spreads far beyond the targeted industries. Tariffs drag down the entire US economy, not just the sectors they aim to protect. The US and Canadian economies are so intertwined that hurting one hurts both. Building economic walls may sound strong, but the bill lands on local households and businesses. The real path to prosperity: building bridges, not barriers. The trade war has split the North American construction market in two. Canada's ban on US firms has locked Americans out of billions in contracts, fueling a domestic building boom. Toronto's skyline is crowded with cranes, while US cities see construction slow and costs rise. Canadian firms benefit from protectionism, gaining market share and expertise. US companies face higher material costs and shrinking opportunities. Rodrigue Gilbert of the Canadian Construction Association warns, these policies hurt growth and productivity on both sides. The result: a fractured market, with one nation building aggressively and the other facing new barriers. The bridge is both a literal and figurative dividing line in this new reality. As the last bolts are tightened, the Gordie Howe Bridge stands as more than just an engineering marvel. It's a testament to human ambition, vision, and the belief that we can build something lasting even in uncertain times. It's a symbol of resilience, built in an era of cooperation, but completed in a time of conflict. The bridge's very existence is proof that even when the world changes, our shared goals can endure. Its presence is a $6.4 billion wager that partnership will outlast politics and that the ties binding two nations can weather any storm. The economies of Southern Ontario and Michigan are fused. Separating them benefits no one. Every truck, every shipment, every handshake across this border is a reminder of how deeply our prosperity is intertwined. The bridge was built to restore a natural flow, to reconnect communities and economies, and to stand ready to serve when the storm passes and normalcy returns. It's a reminder that bridges outlast political cycles and leaders. They are built for generations, not just for headlines. The deep ties between Canadians and Americans are not easily broken. Families, businesses, and friendships stretch across this border, forming a living bridge of their own. The bridge stands for a vision of North America as a cooperative, competitive bloc, one that thrives on collaboration and shared opportunity. Its opening will be a test. Will it mark the renewal of cooperation or stand as a monument to strained partnership? The answer will shape the continent's future. The Gordie Howe Bridge challenges us to choose what kind of future we want for the next century. A future defined by division, or one built on connection, trust, and hope.